Next, Dominique Moceanu still looking a bit nervous before her turn on uneven bars.
Just 18 years of age. She's lived a pretty interesting life. An Olympic gold medal at 14. Emancipated from her family more than a year ago in a well-publicized lawsuit. Now she's back and a contender for the U.S. team. Oh, little modification there.
This is the event that it actually took longest to get back after taking her break off, and she actually struggled a little bit yesterday in practice.
And Dominique needs a good dismount now. Remember, her efforts on vault before were slightly off.
All right. That's got to be a confident booster for her.
Amanda, she's still enormously popular, as you can hear from the crowd. And
the crowd loves that routine, but once again, Moceanu looks uptight and a bit unhappy over her own performance.
Dominique was very nervous about bars. Even though she ended up doing a pretty good bar routine, that's been her most inconsistent training event. It's also just a little bit more difficult event for her. Dominique is strong, so she tries to muscle bars instead of swinging bars. And so then think about it, you get uptight. You get uptight, you clench more instead of relaxing. Bars, you need to stay relaxed so that you can swing. And she was uptight about bars. And, you know, to the crowd, it looked like a great routine. There were a couple little combinations that we know could be better, but it was a good event. And afterwards, I think she felt a lot of relief after bars was over because she was so nervous about bars.
Relief for Moceanu after 2 events. Balance beam and floor exercise still to conquer on this night.
now on the beam, Kristen Maloney. An event where she shows a tremendous amount of difficulty.
Maloney is really the class of this field. She's been the best and most consistent U.S. gymnast for the past few years, despite all her injuries.
As powerful as she is, she has been criticized for not showing enough finesse and polish in some of her elements. You think she's improved a little bit there?
Definitely. You can just really tell that she's added some poise into her routine. She's a lot smoother. And this is the event where you can see how confident Kristen is. Never any doubt.
She had a very nagging stress fracture in her shin. For a couple of years bothered her. She finally went to the doctors and got a metal rod put in her shin. A smart move to do because she's recovered from that beautifully. Oh, beautiful. She also had a nagging shoulder injury, which she had a surgery and fixed that up, so she's all healthy and ready to go.
It's been a very solid routine getting ready for a dismount here. 2 back handsprings to a double back, looking for a clean landing. Wow. It's going to be a great score for her.
Kristen Maloney showing why she is currently one of the best women gymnasts in the country and on track for an Olympic spot. Ready for her floor routine, Vanessa Atler, usually strong on this event. Her nerves seem to be showing as well. And for her family and friends up in the stands, they feel it too.
Well, Amanda, certainly one of the more compelling figures of the U.S. team, Vanessa Atler. As I mentioned, she has all the potential to be a real superstar with the explosive power of someone like Mary Lou Retton and the same kind of energetic, outgoing personality. We're about ready to see her on the floor, an event where she really has a chance to show that.
Well, she's definitely a fun athlete to watch. I love watching her floor routine. Her tumbling is outstanding. And she just seems to be a lot more confident now, especially on these 2 events, the floor and the vault coming up next.
Coming back from 2 ankle surgeries recently, so we'll see how she can handle this first tumbling run. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Huge tumbling run. 2.5 to a layout front.
Every time I watch her tumble, I just wonder how can she make it harder. And every time I see her again, she makes it harder.
Spectacular triple twist. And it brought Bella Caroli to his feet, as well as Valerie Liukin, her coach in Plano, Texas. There's Bella, says, hey, she's one of ours.
Bella likes it, and some congratulations as well to Vanessa from her fellow competitors. Dominique Moceanu, after her 2 years away from competition, looks a little rusty and still a little bit nervous, but is doing okay. Vanessa Atler survived a nervous start on balance beam, but came back strong with a good floor exercise. Atler, however, will finish up this competition on the uneven bars, an apparatus she's fallen off of at several major competitions over the last few years. That's the moment in this competition that will mean success or failure for Vanessa Atler. But coming up next, Olympic hopeful Morgan White tests her nerve on the balance beam.
Pretty good day so far.
Opened with a very nice mount punch front to a whoop jump. This is a very interesting series coming right here. Back handspring right to an Onodi, very nice.
Onodi, named after the Hungarian Olympic champion gymnast Henrietta Onodi. Anytime a gymnast does an original move in the Worlds or the Olympics, they can get it named after them if they so choose. There's a Borden, isn't there?
There is. I'll let you know if I see it. Nice punch front. Morgan has gained so much confidence this year, competing in a lot of big competitions.
Oh, yeah.
Smooth from start to finish, a very good beam routine from Morgan White, who for once looks happy after finishing an event.
Morgan came off and she said, everything felt great. Morgan will say to me a lot of times when she makes mistakes, I got ahead of myself. I get anxious. So before we started this time, I said, Morgan, you know what you always tell me when you get down, I got ahead of myself. So let's start this time and say that we're going to stay with yourself. Make sure you take care of the first skill, then the second skill, then the third skill. Because if they're worried about their dismount, sometimes they miss the whole routine because they're worried about the dismount. And Morgan's dismount was new on beam. So she did a that was the best beam routine of Morgan's career. She had no wobbles or breaks. It was excellent, and she felt really, really good about that.
Mary Lee Tracy's gym in Cincinnati has been home to 17-year-old Morgan White for several years. Morgan's family moved from Florida to be with her as she pursues an Olympic dream. That goal has become the driving motivation for her family and for herself.
It's the most important thing to me right now. I mean, it's what I'm spending my life, you know, I'm trying to reach this goal. And I've put, you know, all my energy and all my focus into my training, and, you know, even outside of the gym, I'm a 24-hour gymnast, so this is something that is so important to me, and it means everything to me to make the team.
And how much does Morgan White want to make this Olympic team?
so much it makes me cry.
No visible highs or lows from Morgan White. She takes this so-called best routine of her life in stride, staying under control with one event to go.